I had the opportunity to take pictures at a football match, first league in Germany, directly next to the pitch. First experience. I did some sport photography in the past, but not as heavy as first league football match in the Bundesliga for Borussia Dortmund against Stuttgart. And yeah, this was an absolutely incredible experience, and that's what I would like to talk about today. How is it to take pictures directly next to the pitch? What you need to keep in mind when you do these kind of jobs. And yeah, what was my experience? And then in the end, of course, I will show you some of my output. And yeah, I'm very excited to talk with you about this topic. A few weeks ago, a friend of mine, Johannes, Pangea, as you might know, asked me if I would be able to take pictures of a game. And you know, I didn't have to think long, and it was just like, sure. And he asked me, yeah, did you ever took pictures of a football game? And I honestly said, not really. And he said, yeah, fine, you can do it. And you know, I was a bit worried about how this all gonna be. And you know, I've never really took pictures of a football game. And sports, I did some sports shots in the past, but you know, sports photography is a completely different thing. And so yeah, I was very excited, but also I felt a bit anxious and stressed, to be honest, and how this all gonna be. But in the end, you know, it turned out really well, and I'm really happy how it went. So I got to the stadium, pick up my card. I got this jersey, this photographer jersey. I will show you a picture of me walking into the stadium. What was my setup for this game? I had 2 camera buddies. So I own myself a 7R5 Sony, which I'm filming right now, and I rented another body, and my primary lens is 24 to 70 millimeter 2.8. So I rented for the job another camera, in that case Sony S3 I think it was, and 200 to 400 millimeter lens, which I mainly used. So I put the telescope lens on my body, so I had a bit more pixel in that sense, and I put the wide lens on the S body from Sony, so I had a second camera to be able to catch some things that were going on closer to me. So I arrived in the stadium. You first need to see where to go, where is everything. I was in the stadium before, but only once, so when you're a little bit more behind the scenes, you need to find out, yeah, where is everything, where's the press area, where you can then later edit your pictures. There is also a little buffet, something nice to eat. You see all the colleagues. Special thanks to Hendrik Deckers again for showing me through the stadium, giving me tips where to stand. You only allowed to stand in a certain area of the pitch, behind the goals mainly, and then to the sides, but only to the 16-meter line. You need to find your spot. You need to be aware that you probably gonna stay in that spot for 45 minutes. You can walk a bit around, but not making too many actions, and you need to be prepared, and you need to focus on the action of the game if something happens. The first half, there was no goal. I was able to catch some nice images. Focus for me was not so much on the game. I had the opportunity to take pictures directly for the BVB, so my job was basically to take pictures of that jersey, which was a special jersey for that day. If possible, players on their own without any other players from the different team, and yeah, that was my job, and I hope it went well, but I think so. BVB was quite happy with the result, and you know, it was fully action-packed. You come into the stadium and you have that, you know, huge crowd. In Germany they say die Süd, which means it's this south part of the stadium where all the fans are standing. I think it's 30,000 or even more fans just standing, you know, one of the biggest fan areas in Europe, and you know, crazy atmosphere. You know, you get goosebumps and you get scared at the same time just standing in front of it. So that was an incredible experience. And they celebrated 50 years of the stadium, so I was able to catch some footage of that as well. And yeah, the game went on. Unfortunately, VfB Stuttgart then made 1 goal against Dortmund. Dortmund had quite good chances afterwards because they pushed everything forward, but unfortunately they lost the game. Nevertheless, it was an absolutely incredible experience. I enjoyed every second of it. You know, you have all this stuff going on, and yeah, just incredible. So after the game, I immediately went in the press area and sat down with my laptop to edit some pictures. The sooner the better, and it was my first job like this, so I wanted to make a good impression. So after the game, grabbed something to eat, directly started with the edit, and I had this thing in my mind. I wanted to get the players, give them some, let's say, flow or some movement in the photos, which you usually can create when you shoot with flash. But I decided to edit it in post. I had my actions in Photoshop already lying there, so I exactly knew what to do. I knew which kind of look I wanted to create for the game. They wanted a kind of analog style, and so I imported the pictures and then only choose, I think, about 40 pictures and then edit 15, you know, retouch them in Photoshop, edit the effect, uploaded them, and then the rest I did 2 days later when the game was over and I had a bit more time. I loved every second of it. You are under a lot of pressure, you very, very stressed, but in the end you feel so hyped up, and you know, you have that opportunity to stand so close to the pitch. It's so pure, it's so real. You just realize how many people would like basically kill to be in your position. I hope you liked my results. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for joining again, and if you do so, please subscribe or like the video. That would be a big help for my channel. Yeah, that's it for now. See you in the next video, and thanks for joining.